Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Today I bring you a deck that got third in the recent PWCQ, number 60. This is a Flip Warrior deck played by Evil for Life, and this is a fun killer. He decided that he needed to beat the Dark Magician deck that we played yesterday in the top 8 of this tournament, so unfortunate for the Dark Magician deck, but I do think that builds like this of Warrior, I think these are the way that the deck may need to move. Maybe not like all in on the flips necessarily, but I've been playing a lot with spies recently in the main, and that gives you access to mind control, or better mind controls. You can play mind control in the main if you want, of course, but it just makes your mind controls even better against turbo, because outside of like Sangan, Sinister Serpent, like none of the cards are really dead to hit off of mind control. You get value out of their spies now. And of course, you're going to get value out of their Moth, Dekoichi, probably the Night Assailant as well. So I've really been liking Spy in the main deck, but I haven't really been liking Thunderclap all that much. So I like the direction that this is going. So for monsters, of course, we have the whole Warrior package. Only 2 Blade Knight because that card kind of sucks. And interesting choices, we're down to 1 Kaiku. I've been loving Kaiku in the deck, but I'm willing to give it up to try 2 copies of Magician of Faith and 2 copies of Gravekeeper Spy. I think that's pretty cool. Everything else is pretty standard. We're down to 2 Trap Dust Shoots, and then we have 2 copies of Upstart Goblin. So I have been very against playing this card in the aggro decks in the past. However, the more that I think about it, and I've seen some pictures linking this deck to some things in Magic the Gathering, calling this more of a tempo deck. And I have heard people argue that, Jar of Greed's not great tempo. Upstart Goblin is. You can get into the discussion of, what exactly does tempo even mean, if you really want to go down that rabbit hole. But I've actually softened my stance on Upstart Goblin. And I've actually been wanting to try it out recently in the Warrior deck. So here it is. I know it is very, very not standard to have it here, but we're going to give it a shot. We are on a little bit smaller of a trap lineup. Like, we only have the 2 Dust Shoots, of course. We have 0 copies of Dust Tornado in the main. I think that's totally fine. This list is very much built to beat Turbo, and I do appreciate that very much. I guess 3 Kaikus over maybe like the Magician of Faith would be even more built to beat Turbo, but we're gonna play it how it is. The side, we've got 1 Assura Priest, 1 Chaos Sorcerer, which I know Evil for Life said that he would cut going forward, and 1 copy of the Dust Tornado. But this is what was in the top 4, so this is what we're going to play. We have 2 copies of Mobius, 2 Zambara, Book of Moon, Brain Control. I love the Brain Control with double Mobius. Smashing Ground, love that card. Compulse, love that card. We have 3 copies of Dust Tornado, Sakuretsu, and a Zing Zinhu. So really solid deck. Excited to play with it and see what my thoughts are on all of the flip effects and the Upstart Goblins. So yeah, let's get a match or 2. All right, we've got a match here. It's Lord Frank. Let's see if we can go first. I'm gonna choose scissors. We cannot go first. Okay. Gonna try to take this one a little bit more seriously than like the Dark Magician video. This is a deck that I'm, obviously interested in competitively. So I'd like to see how these card choices are actually going to work out here. I don't really like Snatch stealing a Pyramid Turtle. I think we can just turn 1 Exiled, force it, take it out. We can kind of go from there. We have better targets for Snatch Steal probably. And like, if I Snatch Steal it, Summon Breaker, it's 3,100. We're not even looking to kill on the next turn. So yeah, I think probably pretty easy Exiled force here. And we're just going to pass the turn. Definitely. Okay, well, Book of Life is going to get it right on back. That is, I guess, the downside of Exile Force here, right? Okay. This is a field that we are not very well equipped to beat currently. Okay, Gravekeeper Spy helps out a lot, as long as the opponent doesn't have a knock here. Well, we do have Dark Light. So we're not hopeless here. Let's just set Spy and hope the opponent doesn't have knock. I don't really think summoning out Breaker is really the way to go. I definitely don't want to throw out my 1 light. They do have the knock. Okay. All right. think this matchup is very bad. Though the Book of Life versions usually... Alright, that is lethal. Yeah. Okay, well, we're just going to die then. Alright, so we're playing against zombies. I definitely want Smashing Ground. I don't hate Compulse, but definitely want Sakuretsu armor. They could be sighting in some number of like traps and stuff, but they could also not. A lot of these versions like this, especially playing the Book of Life, don't actually play a whole lot of traps, so I think Chaos Sorcerer is probably fine. Zombra is not really doing a whole lot. The versions that are playing the Book of Life generally aren't like the Delinquent version that's also playing Warriors. So what do we not want here? Probably the Nox, Mind Control. Do we want to get rid of level 2 then? Yeah, we can bring in a Dust Tornado. That's fine. Just get rid of the level 2. I think Dust Tornado might serve us a little bit better. Okay, well, we'll lead on Duo, Magician of Faith. So, we love this. The opponent did knock our spies, so there is a chance they could have left those in. I wonder... Oh, we hit Pot of Greed. That's very nice. I wonder how often we're actually supposed to side out a number of the flip package. Because, yeah, the opponent didn't really see any of our... Unfortunate. That's fine. We didn't need to duo the opponent twice. I just would have liked to. But I guess it does, you know, if the opponent sees a lot of... Oh, sorry. I do need to go get my other Faith out of the deck. Sorry. Alright, Injection Fairy Lily is a very good hit for Mirror Force here. Just get that out of the way. And I think we're going to go get Donald here. We could set the Gravekeeper Spy. Alright, let's just think a little bit how this game could progress here. If we summon Donald, the opponent has like a giant rat, they could run into it, whatever. We can just set Gravekeeper Spy from there. We have an answer if the opponent has like a Pyramid Turtle, they attack into it with Koki. I mean, we're going to lose our Dawn either way if any of those things happen, but putting our opponent on one card here I think is pretty powerful. And we do have an answer really to whatever they want to do here. So let's just go get Donald. And we'll attack in for 14. Cool. Let's take out this card here. Snatch Steal, that's a really good one. And we'll set the Torrential and pass. Exile Force is fine with me. Oh, Kaiku? Yeah. Definitely going to summon that over setting Spy here, I think. Just get aggressive, try to get the game over with. Obviously, you know, Spy is a good clock. But Kaiku is attacking now. And we do get to get these out of the graveyard, which is pretty nice here. And I kind of just don't want to set Spy and have my opponent have like another knock or something. Okay, they're going to Heavy Storm, so whatever this card is yeah, it's pretty good. Though Graceful Charity in an empty hand is the worst Graceful Charity. Okay, they are playing Royal Decree. Do we have a Book of Life for this Vampire Lord? No, we're just going to set a back row. I don't think that's real. I guess it's the same clock. Hold on. If I don't summon Spy, if I just set it, take the opponent down to 3,000, we have 3,000 here. But if they draw into like a Pyramid Turtle or something, yeah, let's just summon Spy and attack. I don't think this is real. If they get me with a Mirror Force, they get me with a Mirror Force, but yeah. Get rid of Vampire Lord and pass the turn. And now we've got our opponent on a really good clock here. Yep. We will take the game 2. So we do know the opponent is playing Royal Decree now. So I guess we are... Man, we don't have a lot of... We could bring in Mobius with Brain Control. Like, it takes care of Royal Decree, but that's really it. But it helps us get... No, that just can't be right. I guess we could just bring in like Book of Moon or whatever. We could also just bring in Brain Control. It does take a monster, just like side out a Trap Dust Shoot on the draw. I don't hate it. I mean, sometimes, you know, Brain Control just taking a monster against the deck that doesn't have a lot of traps is pretty good. Let's see if we can get this game 3 here. No Dark, but we do have Heavy Storm for our opponent's 2 back row. Well, that is... Well, yeah, no, that's a Dark. It works with Tribe. So that works for me. I think we're just going to slam Heavy Storm here. Summon Blade Knight and attack. And then MST helps protect us from Snatch Steal here. Alright. Hit our opponent for 16, pass the turn. Yeah. No Dust Shoot from me. Alright, I would like to negate your MST with my MST. Oh, okay. So they had the Snatch Steal. We're going to tribute this off. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's really what I was hoping for. I don't think that's a real trap either, to be honest. But I think we're fine to just summon Tribe and attack with it, because we do have Sakuretsu Armor to back it up. Though if that is a decree, then, you know, obviously we don't really have Sakuretsu Armor to back it up. All zombie. Attack you for 16, put you at 48, which unfortunately isn't lethal here, but maybe if we get the opponent to show that it is... Oh, yeah, I'm just going to rip. That was the quickest I've ever seen someone play a card. Just rip Pot of Greed, slam it. All right, okay, it is Decree, so we got that read right. So now the opponent's at 44. Yeah, we can take out this Ryukoki. It's not that big of a deal. It's when it's Warrior or Spellcaster, yeah. Snatch Steal is gone. Oh, we can just Brain Control and win the game. Okay, so let's summon BLS. Banish. Banish. And Brain Control your guy. Alright, so the Brain Control siding it in worked out. Cool. We'll take it. This was a really short one, so yeah, let's get another one. Okay, we've got another match here. Was trying to record the match in between these, and my opponent, turn 1, set a back row and passed. So I activated Delinquent Duo, and my opponent decided to Raigeki break that Delinquent Duo. And I'll let you just kind of gather what happened from there. Yeah, here we are. Hopefully we can get a full match here. Starting off with that duo that we were talking about. Hit a Dekoichi. Okay. What else we're hitting? Thunder Dragon? Okay. Alright. We'll summon Sasuke, and we're just going to set Sakuretsu Armor past the turn. We've got Nobleman, Rhoda here. Pretty good. Never mind. We're going to lose at least one of them. Yeah, duo's fine. I suppose fair is fair. Alright, Sakuretsu's good for us to lose. I think Rhoda's really good at getting aggressive, but I think I'm actually just going to ditch the Rhoda and keep the knock. My opponent's very likely to set something. If they don't, we can just start attacking with the Sasuke. Yeah, this is fine. Definitely not throwing off a blind MST here, though I don't mind drawing MST. If the opponent wants to -1 for a Raigeki break, that's okay with me. Okay, just take 18. I'm going to set MST past the turn. We've got protection from, like, a Tsukuyomi. Something like that. If our opponent wants to summon one, okay. Opponent's going to set back row. Against Turbo, you don't have a whole lot of opportunities to use the MST other than, like, a Snatch Steal. Okay. Speaking of, I get the feeling one of the cards my opponent drew was a Solemn Judgment. This might be a Judgment, or both of those could be bluffs, but I don't know why you would set everything like that if if a Heavy Storm would just pretty much just end your game. Yeah, Thunder Dragon's fine. You only got one more in the deck, so a Raigeki break is still a minus. There's no way around that. But we do have Light Dark in the graveyard. Oh. Well, see, there's that Heavy Storm I was talking about. Yeah, I'm going to activate it. If the opponent wants to flip a Raigeki break or whatever in response, that's fine. I feel like my opponent would have activated a Jar of Greed if they had it there, just to try to get more cards. So they did set two bluffs there in that one slot. Okay. All right, attack with Sasuke. I've got Nobleman Snatch Steal. I think my opponent is in a very bad position here. Yeah, set monster pass. We're going to go to main 1, activate Nobleman of Crossout, get rid of your monster, and attack for game. So Sasuke went the distance. Beautiful. Love to see it. And that's going to be the end of game 1. Probably should have made my opponent show that they had more than one Knight Assailant. Okay. So against Turbo, we want Zing Zinhu. Let's see. I know Scrub didn't want to actually have 3 Dust Tornadoes in here, so we probably won't bring all of those in. I do like Smash and Ground, though. There's a chance that we want Zombras, but I don't really think so. I don't hate bringing Chaos Sorcerer either, but, you know, we'll see what all we have to cut here. I like the Moths, I like the Spies, obviously. They're really good with the Mind Control. We could just cut Upstarts. Cut a couple of Upstarts, and I don't mind cutting, like, the Trap Dust Shoots on the draw. Maybe we just don't bring in this Chaos Sorcerer. We could cut Donzalug. I'm just not a big fan of Donzalug against, against Turbo. And apparently my opponent's only playing 1 Knight Assailant? Okay. Interesting. Okay, don't hate this hand. Would love a knock or something at some point. Good old T-set pass. Said I would like a knock at some point, and here it is. So now we play the game of, do we summon Blade Knight and attack? And if it's a spy, we just kind of eat shit for a little bit. I guess we could Rhoda for Sasuke, but if that doesn't work out, I think what I want to do is actually Rhoda for level 2 and attack. If the opponent does something to stop it, that's fine. Then we can knock. And this plays around the set being a spy, which, you know, it very well could not be one, but I think this plays around everything pretty well. And if our opponent doesn't have, like, Sakuretsu, Mirror Force, Ring of Destruction, then they're probably going to have to -1 themselves to deal with this level 2. It is a Raigeki break. Okay. Okay. So this works out really well for us. Opponent gets rid of a Snatch Steal. We go to main 2. Nobleman the set. We can get back this Nobleman with a Moth or something at some point if we want to. But, okay, so the opponent loses Spy. We also lose Spy, but that's fine. The opponent losing Spy is so much better for us. Get the Spy out of here. That's not in the graveyard. I'm just going to set Sakuretsu Armor. Do I want to set the Smash and Ground? No. I'm going to give my opponent the benefit of the doubt and think that they don't have Trap Dust Shoot in their deck. Mystic Tomato. Okay, well, that's a card that I will just go ahead and Sakuretsu Armor, I think. Just to get the tempo going in my favor. Obviously, I do have a Smash and Ground that I could have used. Maybe I was supposed to Smash and Ground it. Not sure there. But, okay, we draw Sasuke. Do I want to set Moth? I don't really think so. I think now I want to start getting aggressive, right? But I think I'm going to start that aggression with Blade Knight. Because Sasuke could be a little bit, you know, more valuable later if the opponent has, like, Spirit Reaper or something in their deck. Obviously, they don't have Spy anymore. And also, if the opponent, you know, has, like, flip effects that they want to set here, Blade Knight either stops them from doing that or, you know, sort of dissuades them from doing that. And had I summoned Sasuke first, my opponent could just set a flip effect monster inconsequentially. Okay, we're going to activate Thunder Dragons in succession, sure. So you've only got 1 Thunder Dragon in hand. Cool. Okay, we have a Chaos Monster. It is the BLS, okay. And a Kaiku. Okay, well, we're not dead here, right? No. Take 1,400, then 3,000, then 1,800. So we're definitely not dead. Though, things could be better for us. Oh, Chaos Sorcerer? And our opponent didn't get rid of our Blade Knight. I don't think we have a Dark, though. We don't. Don't know the last card in our opponent's hand. So the safe play is probably Smash and Ground the BLS, summon Sasuke, and just attack into the Kaiku. But we could also set Faith and just get back Smash and Ground and keep our Sasuke around. I guess Faith kind of dies to, like, any monster they draw. I don't know if Sasuke attack is even... Yeah, it makes them need to draw, like, almost exactly Kaiku, right? Okay. This gets rid of all of our offense. But I think this might just be the safest line to not die here. Because, I mean, they could draw even, like, Dekoichi and run over Magician of Faith. And then just attack with the Kaiku, so... Oh, did they draw it and look at their hand? They did. They drew the Chaos Sorcerer. Okay. You got me. So neither of our plays would have worked there. Unfortunate. I guess the question is, do I actually want brain control? I think that's a little overextending, to be honest. We'll bring back in the Dust Shoots. I think I want to leave Zing in. Maybe on the play, we're just going to cut the Dust Tornadoes here. That's fine. Trap Dust Shoot, obviously very, very, very good on the play against Turbo. I think it's fine on the draw as well. But I've been liking taking it out on the draw. A lot of good Turbo players can play around it for sure. Especially on the play. Okay. This hand's fine. Nothing majorly broken. Not a lot of Trinity tonight. For me. That's unfortunate, but I'm just going to summon Blade Knight and I think set Ring of Destruction and pass. See what the opponent wants to do. I like the Ring of Destruction because it's chainable. That is annoying. God, I hate that. Okay, Duo. We accept. Why would you do that? And other random things that tilt me for no reason. Alright, activate Duo. Alright, let's take this card out. Gravekeeper Spy. Okay, so I wonder if my opponent... What? Why would you hold Thunder Dragon? Neat. Interesting. I'm going to attack with the Blade Knight here, I think. Seeing one Spy, this could very well be another one. But we can deal with it. Now it's Mystic Tomato. Okay, that's fine. Interesting. Why would you not use the Thunder Dragon? Alright, we're just going to get another Mystic Tomato. That's fine with me. I think I summon Breaker and pop that. If it's a Raigeki break, I don't really care. If it's a Ring of Destruction, I don't really care. If it's a Torrential Tribute, I don't really care. We can trade 1-for-1 all day here. I have a Rhoda to go get stuff. I have Snatch Steel to help out. I also just have Ring. Yeah, let's summon Breaker. I didn't want to before battle phase, obviously, because I didn't want to give up my Blade Knight effect to, you know, potentially... Okay, it makes sense to not Mirror Force there. Yeah, I'm just going to pass then. In a fantastic spot now. So now we need to... This is where I've been struggling a little bit. Oh, Jinzo. Well, you know, Jinzo has the text that your opponent... Is it BLS? Unreal. Okay. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Actually, can we kill? I don't think so, right? No. 36 plus whatever we can get off of the Rhoda. These are times I wish I still had the Dawn in the deck, though. So if I snatch Steel here, the BLS... Well, we know the card in hand is... No, we don't know the card in hand, right? Okay, I mean... Yeah, we're just going to snatch Steel it. The question is, do we want a Rhoda here? I think the answer might be no. No. We're getting in with enough amount of damage here. This is fine. There's a chance that we may want something else off of the Rhoda. Like, if I go get a Blade Knight here, say, my opponent sets a monster. Of course, we can deal with it with BLS, but I would rather just be able to get, like, a level 2 or something. I mean, our opponent kills us with a Heavy Storm anyway, right? We may as well just set everything. Sure, go ahead. Okay, set monster. Gain 1,000, please. Yeah, set monster's good. What else you got? Nothing? Okay. Mirror Force. Okay. Well, now... I guess I could have had game, right? Okay, so maybe I should have roted. Yeah, I guess I should have actually roted. Because my opponent would be 2,000 less. Should be 3,400. I could attack with Blade Knight. No. So I'm not sure. Hold on. Let's put this in defense. Let's Rhoda. I wish I had Dawn on the deck at this point just to get rid of the last card in my opponent's hand, but I don't. Do I get Blade Knight? I guess I do. Oh no, I do still have Sasuke in the deck. So yeah, I could have gotten Sasuke, which would have put my opponent at 36. Yeah, no, that would have drawn the game as well. Okay. Okay, well, it puts me in a position where if my opponent has an answer to Snatch Steal, the worst case is we would have drawn the game. So yeah, I definitely should have roted last turn. That was a mistake. I'm not going to set Mirror Force here because I don't want to lock myself whenever I already have like a Sakuretsu armor. We're fine here. So if my opponent draws MST Heavy Storm, we lose. Okay, they have Thunder Dragon in hand. This is fine then. So go up to 48 from the Snatch Steal. Yeah, I'm definitely giving my opponent time to find answers here. But Cyberjar? Cyberjar's gone. I guess. Oh, okay. We're just going to draw Mind Control and end the game. Cool. It's a Sangan. Beautiful. To attack position we go. And attack for lethal. Okay, so we were able to beat Turbo here. Blade Knight is 2,000. We were able to beat Turbo here. I do think I made a crucial misplay with that Rhoda for sure. Interested in rewatching the games to see if there was anything else that I could have done. But I think the flip effects do seem powerful for sure. Not sold on the upstarts yet. But I know Scrub liked the upstarts in the PWCQ, and I'm not like against them anymore. I would just like some more testing. But yeah, seems pretty good. I don't know if I want to go all in on the flip effects like this version of the deck is, but if you play tight, I can definitely see the power in it. I really, really do like Gravekeeper's Spy in the deck. I think that's a very good way to go with Warriors. I love the Mind Control. I used to not be very high on that card, and I think a lot of it was because I didn't play Spy in the main. But if you're playing Spy in the main, they get knocked, you're in a great position from there most of the time, because now you're playing Warrior against a deck that doesn't have their spies, and also you can get value off of your opponent's spies with Mind Control. Also, Spy is just like one of the best monsters in GOAT format, period. So you get to play more of some of the best cards. Yeah. So I'm interested in working on some more versions of the deck sort of like this in the future. But yeah, that's going to be your Warrior Wednesday. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.